Kenyatta in Redlands, California. Hey, Kenyatta, thanks for watching Free Speech TV. What's up?
Hi, Tom. I just wanted to tell you real quick, anecdotally, your reference to Eve making the deal with the snake. I think it's pretty well accepted that snake was a he. So there's something to think about.
Yeah, there you go.
But listen, I spoke to you about a week ago about subsequent to President Obama's speech that he was curtailing the sale of military equipment to police departments, and there was about 30 seconds left, and I didn't get a chance to kind of finish that conversation with you. So I have two quick questions about that.
Sure.
One is the law pursuant to the Posse Comitatus Act prevents federal soldiers from being in American cities. However, here's my question. If the police are using federal military equipment, looking like, I mean, you can't distinguish a SWAT operation now from soldiers in Iraq. Isn't that a distinction without a difference? And where is that line being drawn? And the segue question is with all of the, 19 people in the Republican field, and now we've got Bernie Sanders and Hillary on the Democratic side, probably O'Malley pretty soon. Isn't it interesting to you, or is it just to me, that not one question has been asked about burning cities in America? And I'm a half a century years old, and I cannot recall a time where we have had two cities in America burn in about 7 months. That's very interesting to me.
Yeah, it basically hasn't happened since the 60s. Wow. With regard to your latter point, I think that's more of a hit on our media. Our media they're not interested in digging into issues in any meaningful way, as you well know, Kenyatta. It's all about eyeballs. It's all about what makes money. I've even had journalism students, when they were interns for Ellen's Talk Radio News Service, I was doing a little training for these interns, and I talked about, how do you know what the news is, and what is essential information for public discourse. And one of the students said, but isn't the job of a journalist to get as many eyeballs as possible? I mean, had seriously been taught that in journalism school. And I'm like, well, that probably is a job description now in the United States. With regard to the Posse Comitatus Act, the Posse Comitatus Act was passed after, during Reconstruction, after the Civil War. And basically what it said was, never again will the federal army ever turn its guns on the people. And, I think from an optics point of view, yeah, it is a distinction without a difference. If you've got SWAT teams and, dressed like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and their badges are even covered up and you have no idea who they are and they're coming into the cities. But beyond that, I think that we need a top-to-bottom rethink of our policing, period. And
absolutely,
at the state level, at the county level, at the city level, at the federal level, and not just our policing, but also the way that we enforce the laws. Why is it that if you walk into a bank with a note that says "Give me $10," you will spend the rest of your life in jail? But if you're a bankster at J.P. Morgan Chase and you commit a crime, an actual crime that could conceivably put you in jail for 20 years, the bank will pay a fine and you will get nothing. Nothing will happen to you. And it's happened over and over and over and over again. So we've got serious problems, both at the level of the streets of the policing, particularly this racist policing, and at the top in the boardrooms. Thank you, Kenyatta.